Continuing my journey as a portrait and headshot photographer has been a wild ride, and I am so invigorated to keep pushing. The concept of momentum. You 2 plus 2 is 4, and then 4 plus 4, and then like you just keep rolling, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I've got my confidence about me, and the confidence comes from a place where I've never had confidence. Hey, I'm a human. Usually, when you hear me say I have confidence, it's coming from a place of arrogance. This time around, this confidence is coming from a place of a baseline where I know I've done the work, I've done the preparation, I've done the thought, I've done the exercises, I've done. I do. I want. I can see, I can envision, I'm aspiring. And it feels, it's a very surreal feeling. Um, this session, is one of those like, ooh, you are getting to where you need to be. And just for clarity, where I need to be is this place of executing. As I learn, I execute. And it's so important for me to be able to do that, because if I can learn and I can execute, it means that I'm paying attention. And that adds to my confidence to continue to level up and one step closer to where I need to be. Um, I reached out to Crystal. Crystal, there, she had a very her profile has a lot of like natural looks, and she's a model. She believes in this. She quit her job, and she's trying to get a portfolio together to work with an agency to get, so like she's in there. And when I saw her, like she had this natural look, I was like, oh man, I kind of like what I'm seeing here. And a few weeks prior, I'd went to like, was it TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and bought some cheap jewelry because I wanted to try beauty photography. And I'm still missing a few pieces to the puzzle, right? Beauty photography, editorial, fashion, it's a team sport, and I don't quite have the team yet. So when thinking about beauty, you think of high glam, very, very glammed up, very glamorous. And because I didn't have it, I made the intentional decision. Well, I think Crystal's a good fit for my beauty look with this jewelry, because maybe we can break the mold. Maybe having such a natural beauty look, a naturally beautiful person with jewelry, not in a way you would expect, can be something special. So I reached out to her. I was like, all right, here's what I want to do. Here's the looks that I'm going after, the 5 portfolio images that I'm going to be chasing. And I'm interested to know if you're down. And she was down. And what you're looking at here was a decision for me to be very intentional about this shoot. So we shot for about 45 minutes. And unlike a lot of my other sessions, we only really got like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 images, right? And I know a lot of people has a lot to say about over or under delivering images, and now I'm seeing the value. And the reason, these are my finals, these are my favorites, these are my portfolio images for her. The reason I'm okay with delivering these few images, which still kind of feels funny to me, but remember, I'd set that intention. So I'm over here telling people, yeah, I'm after these five portfolio images, but I'm editing 20 images. Like, what am I doing? Time is money. Like, I gotta cut that out, right? And this is all about learning the business part of it. and learning the intention part of it. Because I don't want to, why book the model for 2 hours? We're essentially in here playing around, losing time. If you know what you're after, it shouldn't take you longer than 45 minutes, right? And essentially what you're seeing with these images, each of these images took me about 5 minutes to get to. And my approach to this session was about building the shot. And the prior decision to use a tripod and have the model stay within that one perspective. You can't go left, you can't go right, because my lighting is my lighting. It's sort of it's paying off, because we can build the images in a way where when she gives me a pose, I can say, okay, beautiful, right there. Now, I want you to watch out for the claw hand. I want you to, instead of grabbing the side of your face by your ears, I want you to move your fingertips more toward the back of your neck. And I want you to think about a dancer, right? I'm giving her these instructions, this direction, not all at once. I'm letting her do what she do, and boom. And she knows how to communicate with the camera. So when she doesn't hear that shutter goes off, she knows that she needs to keep going, keep adjusting, come back again. And as I capture it, she knows, he liked that. Yup. But like, can you bring the chin down just a touch? And then she goes after that. And like, it's so dope to watch these poses develop before your very eyes, right? And that was my main takeaway. My main takeaway from this session was, it's important to build the image. It's important to allow your model to feel comfortable in taking these micro directions, not all directions at once, because I find like it may or may not work depending on the model's expertise. But for me, this is such a more pleasing way to do it. And by the way, there are a few of these, right? So those are my finals. But if I go back and look at some of these, there's some magic that happens in between the building as well. So let's not pretend that, oh, the final image was the final frame of the final minute of that final put. Like, no, there's some in-betweens. Like this smile that she gave me right here. So before we even put the jewelry on her, again, you see this natural look, this natural beauty. Like this might be one in my portfolio. I'm still looking it over. I'm still thinking about it, right? Because there's a natural look about this. This gives me, I don't know if it gives me CoverGirl vibes, but like, I love what I'm seeing here. What I did with her was we did the building exercise before we even put the jewelry on. So we did the building exercise in what I call 3 different steps, 1, 2, and 3. 1 was her looking directly at the camera here. Do I have an example of 2? This is 3. 3 was her looking toward the reflector. So looking away from the key. I don't have an example. Here was, actually, no, I don't have, that's interesting. I don't have an example of 2. Oh yeah, here's an example of 2. 2 was her body facing the key and chin toward the camera. So yeah, we had done that exercise and it gave us a chance to, it gave us an opportunity to sharpen our communication, because I just met this person, right? So we're building communication and how we connect and our synergy, how we work. And then once we know what we expect from each other, then we put the jewelry on. And I'm so pleased with this. I love her energy. I love the way she took direction. For me, there was so much about her mouth control. She knew the exact amount of teeth to show, when and how to. She know how to be purposeful with her eyes. And I'm loving the fact that I can appreciate what the model brings to the table. Because if I can see it, I can double down on it and I can bring it out even more. I can form the vision around it. And again, it's all adding to my confidence of, oh man, you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it. And this was a meaningful session for me. To the goal, I don't know if I hit the goal. I don't know if it came across the way I wanted it to. Which was this contrast between the lack of beauty and jewelry. I think I could work on it a little more. I don't think I executed it in a way where I'm looking at it and be like, wow, you did that. I think I got to revisit it, and I think I'll revisit it with her. You know, it's just a matter of me taking some notes, looking back on this in a week or two, taking some notes, and then like, all right, let's try this again. And I think we could do some outfit choices too that would also kind of lend to it. Maybe I do reach out to a makeup artist, and maybe we do something with her here. Maybe that can give me that polish that I'm looking for. But for right now, man, I am so satisfied with this session. I loved her energy. I love everything about this. So yeah, the journey continues. And as I like to say, time is the most valuable resource. Thank you so much for sharing yours with me here today. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe. I'd love to have you. Plenty more videos coming. In the description down below, you'll find affiliate links to all the equipment I use to create these videos, to create my professional work, create my creative work. And yeah, my name is Ramon. Thank you for joining me on the journey. I'm out of here. Peace.